I won't stop hustling.
Greatness and granddad's greetings and salutations. Listen, a new versus has just been announced. Yes, a new versus has just been announced, and we got none other than. Can I get a drum roll, please? We got a drum roll? We don't have a drum roll. All right, I'm gonna do one. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's my drum roll. Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia. Yes, can we get a round of applause for that? We got okay. Yes. Bone Thugs. Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you gonna do when ain't nowhere to run. Versus I'm riding spinners. It don't stop. I'm riding spinners. So, yep, this just got announced not too long ago. It's coming Thursday, December 2nd, 2021, live from Los Angeles, California. You can watch it on Instagram, Fight TV. I don't know what this other emblem is. Triller as well. Versus Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia, two of the greatest groups of all time. Thursday, December 2nd. Who you taking? That's what we here for. Let's get to the meat and bones of this thing. Who gonna win this thing? Listen, as a young man growing up, Buffalo, New York, I had a lot of family, and still to this day have a lot of family in Chicago, Illinois. And we used to take trips, road trips. Me, my granddad, my cousin Kizzy, my uncle Gary, my grandma, who just turned 91 Monday, too, by the way. Can y'all wish my grandma a happy birthday in the comments, please? She just turned 91. But we used to take these road trips, and it's whoever wanted to come. But we would pile into this car. My granddad's Cutlass. He had a 93. It was new at the time. I remember he just bought it. It's blue. And I always said, when I get on, I'm going to buy one. It's just in memory of him. It was a Cutlass Supreme. I liked it, that car, too. But we pile in there. And we might have an extra car with us. But I remember we would just drive to Chicago and stop at hotels for the night. And I don't even know. I honestly couldn't even tell you how far that drive is from Buffalo to Chicago now. But I remember it was a couple of hotel stops, a couple of breakfast stops. But I think it was cheaper than flying, so maybe that's the reason we did it. But anyway, I remember one particular summer we went out there, and we had family in Mississippi, so we used to drive to Mississippi as well sometimes. But anyway, and we go to family reunions. That was the whole thing. I remember one particular summer we were driving out there, and Bone Thugs and Harmonies, Thuggish Ruggish Bone was like the soundtrack to that summer. I mean, dude, you couldn't turn on the radio and go a half an hour out hearing this song playing. That's how prominent and dominant it was at the time. And we used to drive through Cleveland to get to Chicago. And I remember I used to always be like, yo, can we see Bone Thugs and Harmony? Can we stop? I was honestly, genuinely serious. I used to ask my grandpops, yo, can we please stop and see Bone Thugs and Harmony? I know they there. Can we stop? I'm not knowing they kids. But I remember, or if we had to fill up on gas, or we decided to stop there and get food. We gotta see Bone. We gotta see Bone Thugs and Harmony. But dude, that if you were around and old enough to realize at the time how big that fucking song was, I'm talking about that song was massive. And it was massive for the simple fact we had never heard anything like this before. We never heard this Midwest fast-paced harmonies at the same time. These dudes looked like something we never saw before. We was like, yo, this is how they giving it up in Cleveland? And pan and sampan and you giving it up for the rump step bumps. To this day, man, that joint is a knock. And then they followed it up for the Love of Money with Eazy-E. And then they just kept going and just kept going. And I'm saying that to say this. Bone Thugs and Harmony. was I was introduced to them first before 3 6 Mafia, and they had I say a special place in my heart more so than 3 6 Mafia. But with that being said, for this verses, I'm taking 3 6 Mafia. I just gave you a crazy backstory to tell y'all that I'm rooting for the other guys, that I didn't come and start listening to them till later on in life. But just as a grown adult now who's in love with music, who makes music. I got a video work hard out right now too, by the way. I'll leave in the comments. I realize and have a lot of respect and admiration for 3 6 Mafia. I didn't at the time. I didn't, because I was upstate New York. All I knew was New York rap, and the outside rap we did let in was Bone Thugs and Harmony, was Outkast. That was as far as it extended, and we only let them in because they sounded somewhat like New York rap, but they were spitting just in a different way. It had a little twang to it, but it wasn't too far removed from what we were hearing. So when 3 6 Mafia was playing that, I was like, what is this? Like, and then they had them joints that just caught me. I'm like, oh, this shit is hard. Like, Gotta Stay Fly, Ryan Spinners. They just had them joints that just caught you like, oh, this joint tough right here. But I wish a lot of times that I was into their music then versus later catching it, because I just would have been so well rounded. I just would have understood a lot of things better. But everything happens for a reason. But just listening to the influence 3 6 Mafia has on rappers today still is why I'm picking them, because they have probably about 10, you could probably name 10 hits, maybe 5 to 10 hits within the last 5 years that have been direct duplicates of 3 6 Mafia that they're going to be able to play at these verses. G-Eazy's It Ain't Safe, ASAP Ferg's, the same beat he got that's like similar to G-Eazy's. I'm sorry, that's 3 6 Mafia song. Slob on my like corn on that's them. Travis Scott, Tear the Club Up, that he just did on Astroworld. Tear the club up, tear the club. When he just got sued by DJ Paul. Like, they still are being referenced and used today. Juicy J, DJ Paul. And I know it's other members, but those were the producers. Those were the ones who orchestrated and made that sound. So I gotta go with 3 6 Mafia. Bone Thugs and Harmony had a great run, but they fizzled out a little bit. And I don't see a lot of people directly taking their styles current nowadays. But I just think 3 6 Mafia had a longer run. But hey, man, that's versus. That's the thing with versus. It's anybody's game. If you come with the correct master plan, and if you prepare well enough, the victor could be anybody. At the end of the day, though, it's just a celebration of two legendary groups displaying their music, and it's a celebration and win for hip hop and fans alike. At the end of the day of it. But we know what the fuck it is. We want to see a winner. That's just how people is. We want to see a victor. Like, who did it? So my dog in a fight is gonna be 3 6 Mafia. But I'm not underestimating both Thugs and Harmony by any doubt of the way. I just hope them fellas come up there with their A game. I hope everybody lay off whatever the fuck they vice is. Don't do too much or indulge in too much of it. I need to see some unison, some camaraderie, some everything. Same thing with 3 6 Mafia. I know these motherfuckers got gripes and differences, Paul and Juicy J. I just hope that Juicy J is present. I hope DJ Paul is present because I want to see the real 3-6 Mafia. I don't want to see half the. I want to see the Mafia 6 or whatever that other bullshit they be making up. You know what I'm saying? So listen, December 2nd. Let me know who you guys got. I told you who I got, who I think will win. I'm not gonna do a rundown on those songs. Y'all know post verses, I always do a breakdown of who I think won, and I do a song by song comparison. So we gonna do that right after that. But yeah, man, December just got lit. Early Christmas came early, and if you don't think or don't want to see this and don't think this is interesting, then you need to get the hell up on out of here. Hip hop ain't for you. These groups is one of the greatest that ever did it, man. And if you watch this, you're going to realize, like, a lot of your favorite artists done took their styles and ran with it, period. So I don't want to hear that, oh, this ain't a good matchup. And nah, this is a great matchup. For real, for real. Y'all said that about Fat Joe and Ja Rule. That was a legendary versus. Legendary. So, I don't know. You know the drill. Post the comments. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. If not, I don't give a shit. Anyway, peace, love, and prosperity. One.